Methamphetamine. It's cheap, available, and highly addictive. The Southwest Iowa Narcotics Task Force considers meth to be Council Bluffs' drug of choice, but it's also the drug so many Iowans wish they didn't choose. I'm Katie Kuntz, and growing up in Council Bluffs, this story hits home for me. The last several months, I spent time traveling the state, researching the trauma put on Iowa families because of the area's drug of choice.
During my research, I found that despite legislation to reduce homemade meth, the amount of meth has not decreased but likely has grown. The number of children impacted by neglect or abuse because of this drug has likely increased as well.
I stayed high for about 10 years. So I have 4 kids. It was my oldest that, she had a really hard time with it. Started doing meth when she was 13. But she has been sober now, and I'm proud of her because I feel like I don't have to worry about her.
And they took my daughter. And it's really a sick mind to think that you can parent somebody when you're under the influence of that drug. It does not, however, ever stop a mother from truly loving her children.
Landander and Guerrero stopped using meth more than 10 years ago and have the rare opportunity to reunite their families, an opportunity so many meth users never see.
Methamphetamine is one of the most chemically addictive substances available. It has among the highest rates for relapse of any common drug, and the effects on the human body are many and severe.
I've seen the acne begin. You start seeing the teeth starting to fall out and rot. You see even hair.
This Council Bluffs school counselor works directly with children exposed to meth and tries to help as more children are taken from their homes due to meth addiction every year. But sometimes, children find themselves using the drug too.
I find that the women usually tell me that they got involved in drugs in their early teens, maybe 13, 14, 15 years old, especially if they don't have much of a family support. Some of the women we work with were raised in homes where their mothers, the grandmothers, the mothers did drugs.
Cheap, available, and highly addictive. Experts point out a meth use cycle and suggest the best way to reduce meth could be keeping young people from using it in the first place. But at a time when prevention may be critical, funding no longer exists in Iowa schools. From the year 2011 to 2012, Iowa cut more than $300,000 in funding, which will be reduced to $0 for the next fiscal year. The effort to decrease meth is not the sole responsibility of schools, but the current budget could keep prevention out of schools completely without any funding. For Iowa Watch, this is Katie Kuntz.